In this video, we're going to be solving a word problem. Now, this word problem has two separate questions, and it's a little bit tricky. So let's go ahead and just read out the problem. A car traveled 336 miles down the road and back. The trip took 12 hours one way. The trip back took 14 hours. What is the speed of the car on the trip there? Is the first question. The second question is, what is the speed of the wind on the way back? Now that second question, that's going to be a bit tricky, okay? Let's just start with the first question. So we're going to say x is the speed of the car on the way there. So we need to take our miles, our distance, which is 336 miles, and we're going to divide that by how long it took. It took 12 hours, okay? Okay, we can just do our calculation, and that's going to give us 28 miles per hour. Okay, so we've solved the first question. What about the second question? What is the speed of the wind on the way back? Okay, we need to stop and think about this for a second. We know that the trip took longer on the way back. Okay, that means that as the car was traveling, the wind was pushing on the car. Okay, so it was slowing the car down. In order for the wind to actually be able to slow the car down, it would have to have been traveling at a higher amount of miles per hour than the car. Okay, so what we're going to do to figure this out is, first, we're going to solve for the speed of the car on the way back. Then we're going to find the distance between the speed of the car on the way there and the way back. Then we're going to take the difference amount, and we're going to add that to the original speed of the car, and that is going to be our speed of the wind. Okay, so what that does is it shows us how much stronger overall then the wind would have to be, okay, to make the car slow down, okay? So they can't be the same speed. The wind is going to have to be a higher speed, okay, than what the car was traveling. Okay, so let's go back and start with the first step. First thing we need to do is figure out the speed of the car on the way back. So same thing, 336 miles. That's going to be divided by 14 hours. And when we do that calculation, that gives us 24 miles per hour. Next, we need to find the difference between these two speeds, okay? The difference between these two speeds is simply, we're going to call this Z. It's going to be 28 minus 24. And that is going to give us 4 miles per hour. Now, finally, what is the speed of the wind? Okay, we're going to call this W. Okay, speed of the wind. So the speed of the wind is going to be the original speed of the car, 28. We're going to add to that this difference, okay, between the two speeds, which is 4. And that's going to give us 32 miles per hour. If you would like to learn how to quickly study for your GED exam online and get a new resume, then visit testprepskills.com.